Hey guys, so welcome to episode 2. Thank you first of all to everybody that dropped a comment, that shared the information. Really humbled to hear all of your feedback and all of the support that you guys gave me. Like, really thank you. I'm going to enter into those data just further on at the end of this video, so stay tuned. I'm going to share with you the maximum number of apps that someone has, and you're going to go crazy. Like, I didn't even believe it was possible, but yeah, it is. So stay tuned. So today we're going to cover 3 main topics. PWAs, what are the difference between PWA, mobile native apps, and other type of applications. And also the final point is going to be about user experience and how it's important. So, what is a PWA? What does that mean? Well, a PWA is a progressive web app, and it's basically a type of application that is developed for an web export. What is the difference between a PWA and a mobile native app? Well, let's make it very simple. With a mobile native app, you have multiple languages that you have to adapt to each operation system. Operation system is the basis of each smartphone or computer or program that runs the program. So, if you want to create a mobile native app for both Android and Apple, for example, you would have to use 2 different native teams to develop for Apple and for iOS, meaning that the costs go crazy. Then you have hybrid apps, which is a combination. Mainly it's a language that you use that is more cross-platform that you can apply. So you have some disadvantages because you cannot enter into all of the functionalities of your smartphone and so forth, but it's way cheaper. And then finally you have progressive web apps, which is an evolution of these hybrid apps. So a progressive web app, as I mentioned, is an application that you develop for a web output. And this is a trend that is working, that is growing so much lately. Actually, Google just launched their first 2 PWAs into the Google Play Store. You can download them today. It's Twitter and also YouTube TV. And there's a lot of beneficials for both the client and for the audience as well. So at the end of the day, this is really going to depend about you, about what you want your app to do, about what you want to communicate for your audience. So it is going to be a very important decision, but it is very important to understand what's in the market today. So PWA, mobile native apps, and hybrid apps, okay? So yeah, user experience. Well, you know, user experience is very important in today's technology. I mean, when you download an app for the first time, the first thing you're going to do is like how you react on a human basis to that technology. So the experience of that, how that is simple or hard or frustrating, can take you to actually eliminate or to keep the app. No? So if you work on it in a very simple way, you're going to always want to access the app. Like, let's take an example, Instagram or TikTok. Like, TikTok is a perfect example. Look, you can download the app, you have no user account created, you have no profile, you have no video, and you can automatically start to visualize videos from people all over the world. This is brilliant. This is like a way to start engaging with you. And for this episode, I want to ask you one question. What is that functionality, that must-have functionality that you need so you can use an app? For example, it can be that you can connect with Facebook easily, or that you can share, or the payment method. I don't know. It can also be one functionality that you truly hate. You know, like for example, if I open an app and it already has ads, I'm gonna delete it directly. You know, so I want you to drop me a comment with all of that information so we can discuss it on our next video. The feedback that we got from people from the last video was, what do I do with, for example, apps that I use on a specific time? So let's say travel apps, you know, EasyJet, Air France, Iberia. Like, you have multiple apps that today you cannot use due to the situation. So how is this beneficial or not? Like, what is this going to change in the future in the technology? And well, this is where PWAs enter. So coming back to what they were, as a user, you're not going to see any beneficial, let's say, specifically at the moment that you download the app. But in the long term, you have less storage problems because the app is going to be hosted on the web. So you're not going to have any inconvenience with your storage of your phone. you're gonna always have the app up to the latest update, because basically it's going to be hosted on the web again. So every time you enter, it's the latest version. So there's gonna be a lot of benefits for you as a user, and then on the other side, for a developer, it's going to be huge, because you can reduce cost, you can actually improve usability, you can have one website that adapts to all of the screen sizes. So, you know, you can get into that. And this is something that we're going to go step by step during this journey, you know, because having an application is not just about the concept. There's a lot of decisions that you have to make before you even launch it. So we're going to visualize that little by little. No, I was explaining about the user experience, how it's important. You have tools like design thinking or design sprints from Google Ventures that you can use to create a more user-centric and consumer-centric approach of this design, which is super important. And again, we're going to enter this step by step further on into the journey. So let's get back to our latest video, and I'm going to share the numbers with you. So the minimum number of apps that someone got back to me was 49, which is for me honestly a relatively very good number. It's like half of what I have, so that's crazy. Then we have the average, which is around 129 apps. So yeah, you can compare that afterwards with your numbers. And then finally, we have the most amazing number of apps that I've ever heard of someone has on their smartphone. And it's 521. 521. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. Props to this dude. He was an ex-employee of Apple. He continuously works closely with the team. He's a beta tester. He loves the apps. He loves the world. So he's constantly in that sector. So that's why I guess he has 521 apps. Maybe you know someone that has more. I don't know. Let me know. But I do want to ask you something. Please share, comment, and get word out of what I'm doing here. I need your support. This is for you. So if you have any questions, if you want to get into more details, get back to me. We can jump on a call. Not a problem. Just let me know. Thanks again. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye. See you next time.